For high school basketball tonight on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB-WOSQ.com. Tonight, the Marshfield Tigers face the Chippewa Falls Cardinals in a non-conference boys basketball matchup. Tom Uffmeyer is our producer this evening. I'm Gene Delisio. Happy to have you with us for Tiger basketball this evening here on WDLB. Tigers struggled last time out on Friday night at Wausau East against the East Ball Club that only has 2 wins this year and only 1 win in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Marshfield up by 12 in the second half, but East came back, tied the ball game, and forced an overtime period. Marshfield then regrouped, outscored East in the overtime 9-2 to win that game 63-56. But before that, Marshfield lost on the road to Mosinee, gave up a second half lead in that one and lost 73-71. They lost here at home to DC Everest by 3 against an Everest team that Marshfield beat by 26 in Schofield earlier this year. Gave up a lead against Merrill, had the Blue Jays come back late in that ball game, only to have Marshfield prevail by 7, and lost to Wisconsin Rapids by 13 here at the Boson Company Fieldhouse after Marshfield beat Rapids by 23 in Rapids back in December. So the Tigers have been rather erratic in the last couple of weeks. They are 10-9 overall, 7-4 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference coming into this ball game tonight. Chippewa Falls in about the same boat. The Shy High Ball Club 11-8 overall, 4-6 in the Big Rivers Conference. They won their last time out on Friday night, earning a non-conference win over Wausau West, 75-35. However, in their last 8 games, Chippewa Falls is just 3-5, and so they're also struggling so far this season. Not playing all that well here in the second half of the campaign, so we'll see who prevails in this one tonight. Our pregame report this evening is a service of the Baltus Bread and Butter Shops in Marshfield. Don't forget to stop by their location on North Central Avenue in Marshfield, next to Walgreens, and fill up your gas tank at the Marshfield Tiger or Columbus Don's Pride Pumps. When you do so, 2 cents per gallon is donated to that school system. That's at the Baltus Bread and Butter location next to Walgreens on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. We'll come back with more of our pregame report from the Boson Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield following these messages.
Buying a home can make you feel like a mouse in an endless maze. Wrong turn here, wrong turn there. At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, they want to guide you through every turn to help you find the cheese.
This is Todd Schultz with Fairway Mortgage. We want to be your trusted lender for life. We work with FHA, VA, WIDA, USDA, conventional, and reverse mortgage loans. Come in today or call us to set up an appointment. We'll review all your options. You get more home loan solutions with Fairway of Marshfield.
Fairway is your local mortgage specialist. Visit Fairway at 211 South Central Avenue, downtown Marshfield. Also on the internet at fairwaymarshfield.com. Or call them today, 715-384-7878, and like them on Facebook.
Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS 2289, is an equal housing lender. All rights reserved. Not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without notice. Other restrictions and limitations apply. Todd Schultz, NMLS number 642092.
You always get more at Baltus.
Get that winter grime off your car at the Baltus full-service car wash in Marshfield. It includes interior floor and mats vacuumed, door jams dried to prevent freeze-up, windows cleaned, all done in minutes by professionals only at the Baltus Car Wash, right across from Heinz and Printing, downtown Marshfield. Open 7 days a week, weather permitting.
You always get more at Baltus.
Marshfield facing Chippewa Falls tonight, non-conference boys basketball here at the Boson Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. The Wisconsin Valley Conference standings heading into action tonight. Stevens Point in first place at 9-1. Marshfield and Merrill in second place at 7-4. DC Everest is fourth at 6-4. Wisconsin Rapids 5-5. Wausau East and Wausau West are both 1-9. In the Big Rivers Conference, Eau Claire North on top at 8-2. River Falls second at 7-4. Rice Lake is third at 6-4. Eau Claire Memorial 4th at 5-5. Hudson and Chippewa Falls are both 4-6, and Menominee is 2-9. Tonight's game between Marshfield and Chippewa Falls is the 36th game in this series. The first game between Marshfield and Chippewa Falls was played back in 1909. And then the two teams played twice in the 30s, and they played twice in the 1947 season before playing on a more regular basis starting in 1980. Marshfield has the edge in the series with 20 wins. Chippewa Falls has 15. Marshfield won last season 58-38. The Tigers have won 7 of the last 8 games between these two teams and 12 of the last 15. Chippewa's last win against Marshfield was in the 2014-2015 season. Chippewa won that game 64-48, but Marshfield came back in postseason play. The Tigers made that run in Coach Bill Zeiker's final season into the sectionals, and Marshfield beat Chippewa Falls in postseason play 57-34. Now, Chippewa Falls has had a lot of turnover in their basketball program in recent years. The Cardinals have had a different coach each of the last 6 seasons. You may recall Luke Madsen, the former D.C. Everest coach, who is now the head coach at Rochester Mayo, was the coach at Chippewa Falls between 2004 and 2012. Had a 16-win team in 2008, won 16 again in 2012. Coach Madsen then in the 2013 season took a leave of absence. And there was an interim coach at Chippewa Falls that year. That Chippewa team did not win a game. They finished 0-23. Coach Madsen came back for the 2014 season and won 6 games. Tim Thompson coached the Cardinals in 2015 to a 13-10 record. Then Dustin Callion coached the Cardinals in 2016 and finished 13-11. Last year, Matt Besson was the head coach, and the Cardinals were 12-12. And this year, Jason Prue is coaching the Chippewa Falls boys basketball team. So not much stability with the Cardinals in recent years, but we'll see if Coach Prue sticks around and has some success with this Chippewa Falls ball club. I want to remind you once again, our pregame report this evening here on WDLB, a service of the Baltus Bread and Butter Shops and their locations in Marshfield. And keep in mind, you can stop by their location on North Central Avenue next to Walgreens and fill up at the Marshfield Tiger or Columbus Don's Pride Pump. When you do so, 2 cents per gallon will be given to that school system. That's at the Baltus Bread and Butter Shop on North Central Avenue next to Walgreens in Marshfield. We'll return to the Bosun Company Fieldhouse and more of our pregame report following these messages.
When we say every Culver's Butterburger is cooked to order, here's what we mean.
Could I get a Butterburger?
The Culver's Deluxe, please.
Ketchup, mustard, pickle, and onion?
Craig Culver, I'm going to cook for you. Follow me.
I would love
Come on, man. Fresh Midwest beef.
It looks great.
And we're looking for that nice sear, just like we got right here. That's where that great steak flavor comes from.
Totally fresh, made to order, the way you want it.
Searing it to perfection. It was really cool to see that.
Culver's on Central and Upham in Marshfield.
Welcome to Delicious.
Here's another Tooth Truth from Dental Clinic of Marshfield.
A bright new smile is a great confidence builder. Repaired, replaced, straightened, and cleaned teeth can improve overall health. Dental Clinic of Marshfield dentists provide a wide variety of cosmetic options, including orthodontics, porcelain veneers, implants, crowns, bridges, whitening, and more.
Dental Clinic of Marshfield. Dental care for life. Schedule an appointment today at any of their 3 offices in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neelsville. Learn more at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com.
The next time you need a plumber, call Shriners Plumbing and Heating of Marshfield. Shriners Plumbing has licensed plumbers, and they've been offering fast, dependable service to the Marshfield area for nearly 100 years. They do it all, from pump service and installation to water heaters, water softeners, sewer and drain cleaning. They have kitchen and bath fixtures too. Come see their showroom to give your home a bold new look with Kohler. When you need a plumber, don't settle for anything less. Call the best. Shriners Plumbing and Heating, 106 East 4th Street in Marshfield.
Marshfield Tigers and Chippewa Falls tonight in a non-conference boys basketball contest here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Tigers facing a big Chippewa Falls ball club. They're 6'8", 6'6", and 6'3", across the front line. The Robarge brothers, the two biggest men in that lineup. Tyler Robarge, a 6'8 junior, averaging 15 points and 5 rebounds per game. And Thomas Robarge, a 6'6 senior, will play his college basketball next season at UW Superior. He's averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds per game. And a 6'3 senior, Bryce Daniels, also on that front line, averaging 13 points and 8 rebounds per game. So some good size on this front line at Chippewa Falls, and their guards are 6 foot and 5'11", and their shooting guard, Nick Bruder, averaging 8 points per game as well. He had 18 against Wausau West on Friday night. He goes 5'11". He's the smallest man on their starting 5. So a good-sized Chippewa Falls ball club this evening. And we'll see if the Marshfield Tigers can keep pace with this Chippewa Falls ball club tonight. Marshfield Tiger basketball this evening here on WDLB, a service of the Dental Clinic of Marshfield, Shriners Plumbing and Heating of Marshfield, and Trudeau Construction in Marshfield. Getting set for Marshfield Tiger basketball here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield.
And then grab the...
You see by the dawn's
There's our national anthem. Young lady coming out of the stands to sing the national anthem. Mike Steinwagner back as PA announcer again tonight. Sorry that Mike didn't get a chance to sing the national anthem, so looking forward to that sometime in the near future. Should be a lot of fun if Mike decides to sing the anthem. Let's give you the starting lineups for this.
Currently 9-11 overall, will be playing host to the Chippewa Falls Cardinals in the Mid-Rivers Conference, currently with an overall record of 11-11. And now for this evening's starting lineups. First for the Cardinals of Chippewa Falls. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 3, Alex Nelson. At guard, a 6'1 sophomore, number 11, Nick Bruder. At forward, a 6'3 senior, number 13, Thomas Robarge. At forward, a 6'3 senior, number 20, Bryce Daniels. And at center, a 6'8 junior, number 23, Tyler Robarge. The head coach for the Cardinals in his first season, Jason Drew.
No, I hear my phone.
Man-to-man defense by Chippewa Falls. There's Meverton on the arc on the near wing, right back to Seth, top of the key. Starts to drive, gets inside, lays it up off the glass, no good, tipped around and claimed by Daniels of Chippewa Falls. Comes back into front court, holds on the near side. Back outside again, Broder with it. That's the sophomore, picked up by Rigel. He'll drive down the lane. Scoop shot is away and no good, cleared by Reed Miller. Reed comes back to front court for Marshfield. Holds on the near side. John Rigel getting a start tonight. Late change there, so he's out there in place of Postolick. Bowman on the near side. Picked up by Broder, the sophomore. He'll back it out. Man-to-man defense by Chippewa Falls. Miller swings far side to Meverton. And Tyler Robarge out to play him. Now Anderson outside the arc. One-on-one with Daniels. Starts to drive, stopped. Comes back near side to Meverton. Long possession here for Marshfield. Cross court Bowman. Bounces back to Rigel in the corner. Swings back outside again, Miller. In the lane to Anderson, double teamed. Lobs back out to Reed for a three-point try. Up and off the rim, no good. And rebounded by Daniels of Chippewa Falls. He moves back into front court to our left. Daniels heads for the far wing, wants a high screen from Tyler Robarge. Does not attack. Far side to Broder. He'll go to the foul line, turned away there by Rigel. Alex Nelson on the near side. He gets a screen. Drives on Miller to the foul line. Goes baseline to Broder for a three-point try, up and no good. The rebound to Robarge down low, pump fake, one-hander up and in. Tyler Robarge, the 6'8 sophomore, or junior rather, scores it, and Chippewa Falls leads by 2. We've played 2 minutes. Miller harassed by Daniels, comes across the line to Bowman. Now it looks like Chippewa's in a trap here. Miller far side, baseline to Anderson. Seth can't attack. Bounces back out top, and it's stolen away by Daniels. Chippewa on the breakout. Daniels holds on the near side. Comes back outside to Nelson. Skips it far side to Broder. Nelson top of the key once again. He'll back it out on Bowman. Wants a screen from Tyler Robarge. Stopped on the circle. Daniels to the baseline. All the way underneath. Comes back outside again to Broder. Open for a three-point try. He nails it. Three-pointer. And Chippewa Falls has scored the first 5 tonight. Marshfield back down the floor. Again, a trap here. 1-3-1 half court. Miller across the line through traffic. Comes near side to Bowman. Reed back out front. Drives to the foul line. Down the lane. Leans in. One-hander rolls out of there. Tipped way outside and claimed by Broder of Chippewa Falls. Daniels back to forecourt. Nelson on the near wing. Starts to penetrate. Ball slapped loose. Gets it back at the foul line. And throws the ball by Tyler Robarge down low, out of bounds. Chippewa Falls first turnover. We played 3 minutes, and Chippewa Falls on top, 5-0. Marshfield coming length of the floor. Miller, met by Broder at the timeline, swings to Meverton on the near wing. Isaac attack, stopped on the foul line, hands to Anderson. Pull up 15-footer, up and around and out. Ball in the corner, traced down by Nelson. Chippewa back to front court. Nelson far side, stopped by Bowman. Lobs in the lane to Tyler Robarge, backs in. One-hander up and missed over Miller, but Reed calling the foul here. Tough assignment for Reed Miller against the 6'8 Tyler Robarge, who's a pretty beefy guy. First on Reed and the first team foul. Tyler Robarge, 49% on the foul line, shooting 2, line left. Here's the first shot. It's good. 14:38 remaining first half. Tigers trail 6-0. Rigel out. Tommy Olson comes in for the Tigers. 6'2 junior, averaging 3.3 per game. One more foul shot for Tyler Robarge. And this shot is away and also good. So Chippewa Falls has scored the first 7. Marshfield has the ball back, and now Chippewa extends that 1-3-1 to half quarter beyond half court and has his ball poked away from Miller, rolls down the floor out of bounds. It looked like that was last hit by Broder, so it will be Marshfield ball. Tigers will inbound at three-quarter court. Meverton will toss into Miller. Reed back across the line on Daniels to the foul line, near side to Olson. Miller top of the circle, far side to Bowman. Right back to Miller on the near wing. Olsen looking in from Everton, not free. Miller open out top. A three-pointer by Reed is up and in. 3 for Reed Miller, his 38th of the year. Tigers down by 4. We've played 4 minutes. Chippewa Falls has it back. Nelson far side. Drives on Bowman to the baseline. Leans in. One-hander knocked out of bounds by Brandt. It will be Chippewa Falls basketball. Rather slow start for the Tigers, but only down by 4. Chippewa inbounding, baseline front court. Daniels will play it in. And lobs over Nelson's head into backcourt. Over and back is waved off. Coach Scheuer not very pleased about that, but no over and back called on that play. Pass inside, Tyler Robarge leans in, one-hander over Miller, partially blocked, and Anderson grabs the rebound. Seth across the timeline to the near side, to the baseline, leans in, takes a 10-foot shot and missed it, but was fouled before the shot. Call is on Bryce Daniels of Chippewa Falls, his first team foul. Chippewa making a change. And the big man, Robarge, out replaced by 6'2" junior Dane Weiland, averaging 1.2 points per game. Tigers inbound, baseline front court, inbound pass, though stolen by Nelson. Up ahead to Robarge, he missed the lay-in, and Reed Miller back to grab the rebound. Tigers going to break there as Chippewa does not score off the turnover. Now Tigers reset. Bowman on the far wing. Brings it back out top. Harassed there by Broder. There's Reed Miller on the near side on the cut to Anderson at the high post. And he walked with the basketball, setting up a shot. 3 Tiger turnovers. 13-15 left first half. Tigers trail 7-3, applying some backcourt pressure. Daniels up the near sideline, crosses on Anderson. Comes the near side to the baseline. Seth stops him. Goes back outside again to Thomas Robarge. Far side, Nelson has it to the foul line, leans in, dumps it off to Robarge down low, knocked loose, picked back up by Nelson, shovels into Daniels, who drives and missed the lay-in, ball loose again, picked up again by Nelson, back up and missed, and Anderson goes high in traffic to grab the rebound. Now Marshfield back to front court, trailing by 3. Anderson deep on the near wing. He'll drive the baseline on Robarge, lean in, shoot, and score. Seth Anderson for 2, Tigers back to within 2. 12:30 remaining in the first half. Chippewa comes to front court. Nelson wants a screen out top from Weiland. Drives down the lane, is cut off. Daniels at the foul line, down the lane, cut off. Back outside, a three-pointer by Broder is missed, and Anderson there to grab the rebound for Marshfield. Tigers can tie with a basket. Anderson baseline to a Bowman. Seth gets it back on the near sideline, right back to Brandt. Meverton downstairs, backs in, comes back outside to Olsen for a three-point try. It's off the back of the rim and hits the wire above the backboard, out of bounds to Chippewa Falls. Chippewa brings Tyler Robarge back in, along with Peyton Rogers, a 6'5" sophomore, averaging 5.5 points per game. Anthony Postolick in for the Tigers. 6'1" sophomore, averaging 5.1. And Reed Miller on the bench. Chippewa Falls by 2. They come to front court. Daniels on the far wing. Off a screen to the foul line, turned away by Anderson. Lobs near side, Thomas Robarge for 3 points. Good. Long 3 for Thomas Robarge, his second tonight. And Chippewa back up by 5. Tigers facing some pressure. Anderson, far baseline to Bowman, can't get off the 3. Seth gets it back on the far wing, facing a double team. Dribbles out of it. Now lobs back out top to Postolick. Olsen open near side. Drives the baseline, cut off. Comes back to Postolick on the near wing. Chippewa expending their zone defense out to about half court here, causing the Tigers some difficulties. Anderson double teamed on the far wing, needs some help. Finds Olsen out front. Tommy holds the ball, drops it, picks it back up. Facing some double team pressure, and then lost it once again, taken away by Thomas Robarge. 4 Tiger turnovers, and Chippewa has it back, leading by 5. We played 7 minutes. Daniels baseline. Hands back to Nelson on the far wing. To the foul line. He'll turn and fire. Off the rim, no good. Tipped down low by Robarge, but right to Postolick. Anthony breaks out. Holds on the near wing. Cross court to Anderson. Daniels out to play him. A three-pointer is good by Seth Anderson. Anderson for 3, his 30th of the year. Tigers back to within 2. Chippewa Falls on offense. Near side Daniels has the basketball. Gets a screen from Rogers at the high post. Far side, Thomas Robarge. Nelson right back to Robarge. A very long three, up and in. Man, that was about 7 feet beyond the arc. Thomas Robarge for a long three, and again, Chippewa Falls up by 5. Tigers to forecourt. Bowman harassed out top, comes to Postolick. Anderson on the near wing. Rogers playing him as part of that trap. Lobs out top to Bowman once again. Postolick baseline to Meverden. Isaac still holds in the corner. Lobs outside to Anderson. Seth at the foul line, leans in, no shot. Meverden goes baseline. Cut off, comes out to Bowman. A three-pointer by Brandt is up and in. Bowman for 3. Tigers again down by 2. 9:35 remaining first half. Daniels will walk it up for Chippewa Falls. Tigers playing half-court man-to-man. Daniels along the far sideline. Stopped outside the arc. Robarge right back to Daniels out near the center line. Now Rogers holds. Comes back on the near side to Weiland. Dumps it downstairs to Robarge. Short jumper up and in. Tyler Robarge got in deep that time. Couldn't be stopped. And a 4-point lead for Chippewa. They'll extend that 1-3-1 beyond half court. Postolick comes across the line, stopped out top. In the corner, Bowman comes back out to Anderson. Seth can't penetrate. Postolick top of the circle, can't get the shot off. Backs it out once again, bounces near side to Bowman. Right back near side to Postolick. Needs some help. Olsen holds at Meverden. Isaac goes baseline, turned away. Olsen once again, a lot of pressure by that defense. Now out top, Anderson open for 3, leaves it short. And the rebound claimed by Robarge, slapped loose by Meverden, but picked up by Rogers. Chippewa Falls has it back. Daniels comes across the timeline for the Cardinals, and we have a Chippewa Falls timeout. Chippewa wants timeout, their first of this ball game. 8:25 remaining in the first half. Our score is Chippewa Falls 15 and the Marshfield Tigers 11. We'll come back with more basketball in just a moment.
An excellent team is built from the ground up. It starts with a solid foundation, support among its members, and the development of a winning tradition. If you're planning
the YMCA's for youth development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
Entertain guests, or simply unwind and let the imagination run wild. Nothing gives fire more style than a Heat and Glow fireplace. With a long-standing reputation for innovation and design, Heat and Glow offers the broadest spectrum of hearth products available today. Find the perfect fireplace stove or insert to complement your distinct style at fireplaces.com.
See the entire line of Heat and Glow options today at House of Heating, North Central Avenue in Marshfield.
Chippewa Falls has led all the way in this ball game by as much as 7. They're up by 4. 8:25 left first half. Chippewa inbounding at the center line. Bryce Daniels comes back across the timeline for the Cardinals. Nelson on the near side, back to Daniels. Drives to the foul line, leans in, can't get a shot off. Pass back near side, knocked out of bounds, and last hit by a Chippewa Falls man. Chippewa's third turnover. 5'9" junior Luke Franz in the ball game now for Chippewa, averaging 1.3 points per game. Tigers down by 4, moving back to front court. Postolick on the near wing. Back out top, Anderson. Looks like Chippewa might be in a man-to-man here. Seth on the drive, goes baseline, leans in, drops the ball out of bounds. That was tipped away by Daniels. Marshfield retains possession. Tigers inbound, baseline front court. 7:55 left first half. Chippewa Falls leads by 4. Miller will throw in. He'll lob to Anderson out near the center line. Seth grabs it, comes back near side to Miller once again. Postolick top of the circle, hands back to Anderson. Now John Reigel far corner, high post Anderson. Daniels on him very tightly. Swings back out to Olsen. Nilsson to Miller near side for 3 offline. And Rogers grabs the rebound for Chippewa Falls. Hands back to Daniels. He'll move across the timeline for the Cardinals. Picked up by Anderson. Robarge right back outside to Daniels takes the lane, gets inside on Anderson. Short jumper rolls around and falls in. Daniels for 2. Chippewa falls by 6. Marshfield on the attack. Miller behind the line, facing a trap, comes across to Postolic. Bounces baseline to Olsen. Tommy immediately double teamed, throws the ball in traffic. It's stolen away by France. 5 Tiger turnovers. Daniels moves back to front court for Chippewa Falls. Thomas Robarge backs it out. Hands back to Daniels on the near wing. He'll drive on Anderson to the dotted line, hook it into Tyler Robarge. Pump fake, one-hander up and in. Tyler Robarge at 6'8", gets in pretty deep. Now an 8-point lead for Chippewa Falls, their biggest lead tonight. 6:40 remaining first half. Miller breaks the press, comes to front court, throws the ball by Olsen out of bounds. 6 Tiger turnovers. Here's Brad Bowman back in for Anthony Postolic. Nope, now for Weigel. Postolic stays. 6:35 remaining first half. Tigers trail 19-11, and it appears the Tigers will inbound here. That ball must have been tipped by a Chippewa Falls defender, so Marshfield is inbounding. Baseline front court. Olsen looking, still looking, comes way outside into backcourt, and grabbed by Miller along the baseline. And he'll come back the other way, move across the 10-second line, and gets bumped and fouled as he attacks the lane. That call on Thomas Robarge, his first. Second team foul. Meverden back in for Olsen in the Marshfield lineup. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger basketball on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Alex Nelson and Nick Broder back in for Chippewa Falls for Franz and Tyler Robarge. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer. I'm Gene Delisio at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Tigers down by 8. Marshfield ball. Anderson near corner facing a double team. Lobs back out top to Miller. Reed down the lane, comes back out to Anderson. Seth in the corner, throws a cross court, knocked out of bounds by Alex Nilsson below the basket. Tigers with some sloppy ball handling, but they get away with it. And Marshfield will inbound, baseline front court. Meverden will inbound. In the corner, Anderson can't get off the shot on Daniels. Now facing a double team, but comes back out to Postolic. Miller top of the circle. Back to Anderson. Starts to drive, drops the ball. It was slapped away by Daniels. That'll be 2 fouls on Bryce Daniels. Second foul on Daniels, 3rd team foul. Tigers inbound at quarter court, trailing by 8. Chippewa's biggest lead tonight. Postolic back across the line on Rogers. Near side to Meverden. Back out top Bowman, far side Postolic. Anderson trying to post, gets it down low. Spins on Daniels, comes back out to Miller. Can't get off the 3. Bowman has it top of the circle. Back to Reed on the near side. Goes baseline, backs it out once again. Back out top again. Bowman fakes the 3. Anderson holds it top of the circle. Pulls up, 15-footer away and short. Long rebound claimed by Daniels. He'll cover up. Good defensive stand there by Chippewa Falls. Daniels back to front court. Goes back outside again to Broder. He'll drive, drop the ball, come back outside again to Daniels. At the foul line, he'll lean in. Back outside, Rogers on the far sideline. Kicks out to Daniels again at the foul line. Spins at the dotted line, pump fake. Turnaround jumper, rolls around, falls out, and Miller screens off to get the rebound. Reed across the 10-second line for Marshfield. To the foul line, down, all the way, lays it up and in. Reed Miller goes coast to coast for 2. Tigers down by 6. Long front court pass to Rogers for Chippewa Falls. Inside to Broder, he attacks, lays it up and in. So Chippewa gets down the floor quickly and scores. Again, the Tigers down by 8, 4:45 remaining first half. Miller in the forecourt for Marshfield. Hands to Anderson on the far wing. Daniels and Rogers both out to play him. Back out top to Miller. Right back to Seth on the far sideline. Miller on the near side, open. Here's a 3-point try. It's good. Reed Miller has his second 3 of the ball game. Tigers down by 5. Chippewa Falls on the attack. Daniels along the far sideline. Gets a screen to the foul line. Comes back outside to Robarge. Top of the circle, Nelson with it. Back to Robarge for a long 3. Hit the board, no good. Ball going out of bounds off the shooter. We have a foul as well. It's a push against a Marshfield man chasing down the loose ball. It's on Reed Miller. Second foul on Reed and the second team foul. Tyler Robarge back in for Chippewa Falls, replacing Thomas Robarge. Chippewa inbounding, baseline front court. Daniels looking. Comes way outside to Broder. Holds on the far wing. Gets a screen from Tyler Robarge. Pops a 15-footer. Good. Nick Broder scores it. Chippewa Falls up by 7. 3:55 left first half. Tigers on the attack. Chippewa back in that trap. Postolic, top of the circle. Dribbles through it. Has the ball slapped loose. Stolen by Chippewa Falls. No advantage, so Broder holds on the near side. Gives back to Daniels. Cross court. Here's Rogers going downstairs to Tyler Robarge. Turns one-hander up and in. Reed Miller having a tough time handling the 6'8 Tyler Robarge. And now a 9-point lead for Chippewa Falls, their biggest. Tigers back down the floor. Miller down the floor. Runs into a couple of defenders, and somebody called for a block here. Call coming against Chippewa Falls. Alex Nelson gets the foul, his first, fourth team foul. Tigers toss it in, baseline front court. Meverton to Bowman in the corner. Pass downstairs to Anderson. Back to Bowman on the cut. Layup is up and it rolls in. Anderson to Bowman for 2. Tigers down by 7. Chippewa Falls on offense. Nelson on the near side. Ball poked loose by Reed Miller. Scrambles after it, but kicks it in the backcourt, where it's grabbed once again by Broder, and Chippewa Falls has it back. Broder back to front court. Hands to Daniels, top of the circle. Robarge fakes. And Thomas Robarge back in for Peyton Rogers. 2:40 remaining, first half, and Chippewa Falls leads 26-18. Tyler Robarge has scored in double figures, 7 straight ball games for Chippewa Falls. His second free throw is good. He has 12 tonight. Chippewa back up by 9, matching their biggest lead. Marshfield on the attack, facing that trap again. Postolic in backcourt. He'll carry across the timeline. Harassed out top by Daniels. Finds Bowman near the center line. Grant dribbles around out there. Now finds Anthony once again. Postolic facing a double team near the timeline. Dribbles out of it. Goes cross court to Meverton. Isaac out top for 3. It's no good. Long rebound though to Postolic. Swings across court to Anderson. Postolic, a very long 3 out top. Good. Anthony Postolic, a long 3-pointer. His 18th of the year. Tigers down by 6, 2 minutes before halftime. Daniels rushing to front court, all the way down the lane. Scoop shot up, no good. And John Reigel there to clear the rebound from Marshfield. Up ahead to Anderson. Seth holds outside the arc. Near side to Bowman. Downstairs, Reigel. John comes baseline, kicks it back out to Bowman once again. And a reach in coming here, I believe, on Nelson. No, it's not going to be on Nelson, I don't think. It's away from the ball. On Thomas Robarge. His second foul, 5th team foul, neither team in the bonus. Tigers inbounding. Anderson near side, 15-footer, up and in. Seth with 7, Tigers within 4. Chippewa Falls on offense. Daniels deep on the near wing, one-on-one with Anderson. Gets a screen from Robarge, picked up by Meverton on the switch. Goes baseline, leans in without the shot. Swings back outside. Foul called on Isaac Meverton. His first foul. 4th team foul. Nick Broder, sophomore, shooting 56% on the foul line. Line left for 2. And his first is good. 1:20 remaining first half. Chippewa Falls leads 28-23. Peyton Rogers back in for Chippewa Falls for Thomas Robarge. Chippewa now 5 of 5 on the foul line tonight. But Seth was blocked and fouled on the play by Nelson. That'll be 2 fouls on Alex Nelson and the 6th team foul. Meverton inbounding, baseline front court. On the cut to Anderson down low, short jumper blocked, but Seth gets it back. Comes back, fouls on Bryce Daniels. That's a big play. 7-team foul, Chippewa's 3rd turnover. 15 seconds before halftime. And Marshfield ball. Postolic across the timeline with 9. Meverton near side with 7, 6, 5. Anderson now top with 4-3. Down the lane, leans in, 2 seconds, off balance shot, no good. Rebound Rogers as time expires, ending the first half of basketball here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Eastern Clover Belt Conference boys basketball tomorrow evening. The Columbus Dons play at Greenwood. Spencer is at Neelsville. Granton at Loyal. And Owen Withey at Gilman. In the Western Clover Belt, Thorpe is at Fall Creek. And some non-conference boys basketball tomorrow night. Stratford at Pittsville. Auburndale at Nakusa. Marathon at Colby. Athens at Northland Lutheran. And Assumption plays at Amherst. Our halftime score here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Chippewa Falls 28 and the Marshfield Tigers 23. We'll come back with our halftime program following these messages.
Hello, WDLB listeners. This is Brad Lenz, Marshfield High School.
For more than 50 years, V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today. From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Plata Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Marshfield Tiger basketball on WDLB, a service of Felker Brothers Corporation of Marshfield, manufacturers of stainless steel products. They support all youth sports and activities. Participation in high school sports builds character and teamwork. And Felker Brothers of Marshfield supports the youth of central Wisconsin. Our halftime score here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield, Chippewa Falls 28 and the Marshfield Tigers 23. We'll check the first half scoring and stats in just a moment.
The Hearing House, make your house a hearing house.
Are you looking for relief from ringing in your ears? Signia Hearing Instruments has pioneered a new breakthrough technology for managing tonal tinnitus. It simply involves being fit with hearing instruments programmed for the specific hearing loss and tinnitus pitch. A filter notch placed at the pitch of the tinnitus is provided through the hearing aids. Take action today to manage your tinnitus and lessen the impact on your life. Call the Hearing House, 715-384-4700.
If you're one of the lucky ones, you've never had an auto accident. But if and when you do, you get flustered and exasperated dealing with the insurance company and getting estimates, not to mention trying to figure out how you're going to get around without your vehicle. Well, they can't make that process fun, but they can make it a lot easier at Art's Body Shop. Free estimates, free courtesy car, all worry-free. Pick up or drop off your rental from Penske Truck, too, at Art's Body Shop, South Central Avenue in Marshfield, just north of Wildwood Park.
Every team needs the right connection to succeed. The same thing applies to your home or business. If something doesn't seem quite right, don't play amateur repair person. Contact Total Electric Service of Marshfield at 384-3311. Total Electric Service offers a 24-hour emergency service for residential, commercial, farm, and industrial jobs. Total Electric Service. The name says it all. Total service for all your electric contracting needs. Total Electric Service of Marshfield, 384-3311.
Marshfield Tigers trail Chippewa Falls at halftime, 28-23. Our look at the halftime stats, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most. Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. At halftime, Chippewa Falls led by their 6'8 junior post player Tyler Robarge with 12 points. Thomas Robarge has 9 on 3 threes. Nick Broder 5, Bryce Daniels with 2. Marshfield led by Reed Miller with 8 points, Seth Anderson 7, Brand Bowman 5, Anthony Postolick with 3. Chippewa on the foul line 5 of 6. Marshfield has not had a free throw attempt as of yet. Chippewa Falls has 3 turnovers, Marshfield has 6. Chippewa's biggest lead is 9. Marshfield has not led in this ball game. We've had no ties and no lead changes tonight. Seth Anderson with 5 rebounds, Reed Miller 3, Postolick 2, and Rigel with 1. And Chippewa Falls has the edge here at halftime, 28-23. Our halftime stats, again, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most. Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. Tomorrow night will be in Menominee for Marshfield Tiger girls basketball. Tiger girls play the Menominee Ball Club in a non-conference game tomorrow evening. Tip-off at 7:15. Our broadcast 7 p.m. tomorrow evening on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB-WOSQ.com. Our halftime score here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Chippewa Falls 28 and the Marshfield Tigers 23. Back with more from the Fieldhouse in just a moment.
Business insurance. If you own a business, you need coverage. Talk to the experts at Schwartz Insurance. Over 90 years experience and 3 generations of family ownership. Let Schwartz manage your business insurance program. Schwartz Insurance. Be sure. Check out Schwartz at BeSureOnline.com. That's BeSureOnline.com. Or call 387-1130. Schwartz Insurance. Be sure.
The Marshfield Tiger Booster Club congratulates former Tiger softball standout Lexi DePee on receiving All-America Scholar Athlete recognition from the National Fast Pitch Softball Coaches Association. Lexi is a sophomore at UW River Falls, and to receive this honor, a player must have a GPA of at least 3.5. Congratulations again to former Tiger softball standout Lexi DePee from the Marshfield Tiger Booster Club. Marshfield and Chippewa Falls meeting this evening. High school boys basketball action here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Chippewa Falls on top by 5 here at the halftime break. Our coverage of Marshfield Tiger basketball this evening here on WDLB, a service of the House of Heating in Marshfield, Rice's Capital Carpets of Marshfield, and Remax American Dream Realty in Marshfield. Again, our halftime score here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. The Marshfield Tigers trail Chippewa Falls 28-23. JV contest this evening was won by Marshfield 62-53. Again, at halftime of the varsity game, Chippewa Falls 28 and the Marshfield Tigers 23. We'll come back and start the second half of basketball action following these words.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan, along with its many affiliated providers, wants to help people live longer, healthier lives. Security Health Plan offers high-quality coverage options for large and small businesses and for individuals and families. Go to securityhealth.org to learn more. Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. Security Health Plan is proud to support area high school athletes.
No matter whose name is on the door, it's the person you deal with that really matters. That one-on-one relationship is what Citizens State Bank of Loyal is built on. We are a local bank. Decisions are made locally, loans are serviced locally, and if you have a question, you know who to ask. If you are looking to make some improvements around your home, upgrade, refinance, maybe add on, talk to one of the local folks at Citizens State Bank of Loyal, Granton, Neelsville, Spencer, or Marshfield. We're just down the street.
This time of year, the roads aren't exactly your truck's friend. So when your truck parts start to fall apart, come to V&H for what you need. At V&H, our parts department is your one-stop shop for all things heavy truck. We've got a large inventory of all makes truck parts from more than 300 sources that helps you drive away in confidence. So come on in and see our parts department today. V&H, the driving force in heavy trucks and equipment.
At 1505 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, or vhtrucks.com.
Tigers have trailed all the way tonight by as much as 9. They're down by 5 as we start the second half. Chippewa Falls ball in front court to our left, and quickly a drive along the baseline, good by Alex Nelson. The Cardinals inbounded to Nelson in the corner. He drove the baseline for an easy 2. And Chippewa Falls up by 7 as we start the second half. Tiger ball. Bowman on the near wing. Again, Chippewa with a trap, 1-3-1 trap. Miller out top to a Meverton, near side to Bowman. Cross court, Miller open on the far wing, takes a three-pointer and missed everything. Ball in the corner, and Rigo throws it back on the floor, but right to Daniels. Front court feed comes behind the defense, and a short jumper up and in by Broder. And Chippewa begins the second half with successive baskets. They lead by 9, matching their biggest lead, and Marshfield wants a quick timeout. Marshfield timeout, their first this evening, with 17:19 remaining in the second half. Our score, Chippewa Falls 32 and the Marshfield Tigers 23. Marshfield Tiger girls basketball team plays a non-conference game at Menominee tomorrow night. Tip-off 7:15. Our broadcast 7 p.m. tomorrow evening right here on AM 1450 WDLB. Also in non-conference girls basketball tomorrow night, Wisconsin Rapids is at Reedsburg. Marywood Conference girls basketball, Auburndale at Stratford, Edgar at Newman, Athens at Rib Lake, Phillips at Abbotsford, Marathon is at Assumption. So a quick start for Chippewa Falls here in the second half. They build their lead back to 9, their biggest of the ball game. And they trap once again. Tigers come to front court. Bowman holds on the near wing. Lobs out top to Miller, right back to Brandt. Open on the near side for a three-point try, and it's going to rim out of there. Anderson on the tip-in. He missed it. Tips it back in again. Anderson with 2 tries on the tip-in. Got the second one to roll in. Marshfield down by 7. It's Chippewa ball. Nelson hands to Daniels. He goes baseline on Miller. Gets inside, and Reed blocked him. And that'll be 4 fouls on Reed Miller. Daniels driving that baseline and was tripped up by Reed Miller. 4 fouls on Reed. Tigers this evening have been called for 5 fouls, 4 of those on Reed Miller, and 1 on Meverton. So Reed leaves, Anthony Postolick back in. Chippewa inbounding, baseline front court. Out top, Thomas Robarge. Baseline to Broder, inside to Tyler Robarge. Toss, knocked down by Meverton and stolen by Bowman. Tigers on the steal. Anderson, far side to Postolick. Anthony brings it back out top, comes to Bowman on the near side. Postolick in the corner. Dribbles back out to the wing, dumps it downstairs to Anderson. Seth goes up, banks it up, and missed it, but there's a foul called. I think Anderson threw an elbow. Seth called on an offensive foul. First foul on Anderson. Second team foul. Tigers' 7th turnover. Chippewa Falls by 7, still early second half. Cardinals back on the attack. Broder, downstairs Thomas Robarge, into Tyler Robarge. Was back outside to Nelson. He'll reset on the far wing. Daniels near side. Tigers might be in a zone here. Daniels drives the lane, throws the ball through traffic, intercepted by Postolick. Ahead to Anderson. Seth on the run out. He'll drive, lay it up, and it rolls off, but he was fouled on the shot. That's only the 5th Chippewa Falls turnover tonight. But the Tigers will get free throws, it looks like. Alex Nelson commits the foul, his 3rd, first team foul. Tigers' first free throws tonight. Anderson line left shooting 2. And Seth's first is good. 16:03 remaining. Tigers trail 32-26. Anderson 79% on the foul line. Sets himself, and the second free throw is good. So Anderson with 11, Tigers within 5. Chippewa Falls to forecourt. Marshfield has never led in this ballgame. Daniels on the far wing. Back out top, Thomas Robarge. Nelson on the far side. Picked up by Anderson, and here's a whistle away from the ball as Bowman was stumbling out near the center line. He was apparently knocked down by Tyler Robarge. Tyler Robarge, the 6'8 guy, committing a foul 35 feet from the basket. Second team foul, sixth Chippewa turnover. Cardinals go back to the trap. Meverden along the far sideline holds it. Lobs out top to Postolic. Anderson on the near wing. Holds outside the arc. Facing a double team, baseline to Postolic. Back out front again, Bowman. A three-pointer by Brandt, up and no good. Long rebound to Postolic. Back out to Anderson, his three-pointer blocked. And Chippewa Falls comes away with it. Cardinals on the run out. Nelson down the lane, gives inside to Robarge. His shot rejected, comes out long, loose on the floor, and picked up by Daniels. He'll drive the lane, kick it baseline to Nelson. Broder back outside to Daniels once again. Can't shoot from the corner, down low to Robarge, in deep, lays it in. 14 for the 6'8 Tyler Robarge. And Chippewa Falls again by 7. 15 minutes left in regulation time. Marshfield on the attack. Meverden comes near side to Rigel, facing a double team in the corner. And John gets knocked down. We're going to have a foul called here as John tried to drive the baseline. He may have been fouled by Nelson. That would be 4 fouls on Nelson, pleading his case with the official to no avail. Alex Nelson called for his 4th foul, 3rd team foul. And so Peyton Rogers, who's 6'5", replaces the 6-foot Alex Nelson. Tommy Olson back in for Marshfield for John Rigel. Tigers inbounding baseline front court. Postolic on the near side. Bounces downstairs to Anderson. Wheels the lane, comes back out to Meverden for a three-pointer. Good. Meverden for 3, his 16th of the year. And the Tigers within 4. Chippewa Falls on the attack. Tigers go back to a half-court 2-3. Daniels can't drive. Fakes the 3 out top. Lobs far side. Here's a 3 by Broder, up and in. Every time the Tigers get close, Chippewa Falls answers. Broder has 10 tonight. Chippewa Falls back up by 7. Marshfield ball. Postolic out top. Bowman on the near wing. Cross court to Anderson once again. Baseline, Postolic drives, turned away by Rogers. Back out top, Anderson to the foul line, leans in and shoots and misses the shot. Kept alive by Olson, but grabbed by Broder. Daniels comes to front court for Chippewa Falls. Stopped on the far sideline. Lobs it cross court to Broder. Skip pass to Rogers. Downstairs, Robarge in deep. Hands inside to Thomas Robarge for the lay-in. Tyler Robarge to Thomas Robarge for 2. And Chippewa Falls by 9, again matching their biggest lead. Tigers come back to forecourt. Meverden on the near wing. Facing that trap, hands to Postolic on the far side. Anderson on the cut to Postolic, comes back out to Bowman. Now Meverden back on the near side. Postolic fires a three-pointer. No good, but knocked down on the play. And a foul on Thomas Robarge. His 3rd foul, 4th team foul. That should give Postolic 3 free throws. Postolic 78% on the foul line. Had a three-pointer earlier tonight, giving him 100 points for his Tiger career. Postolic shooting 3, foul line left. And his first try is good. 13:24 remaining in regulation time. Chippewa Falls leads 39-31. Postolic gets 2 more. Second free throw is no good. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger basketball on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB-WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer. I'm Gene Delisio at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse. Dana Weiland back in for Chippewa Falls, replacing Tyler Robarge. 3rd free throw is good by Postolic, and the Tigers again down by 7. 13:20 left in regulation time. Chippewa Falls on the attack. Thomas Robarge out front. Rogers on the far wing, can't drive on Postolic. Broder in the corner, he'll attack at the dotted line, lean in, one-hander partially blocked, but a foul called here as a Tiger defender got the arm on that play. Call is going to be on Brandt Bowman. First on Brandt and the 3rd team foul. That'll put Nick Broder on the foul line where he is 1 of 2 tonight. Broder now in double figures for the 8th time this year. We have a technical foul called against the Tiger bench. Tiger bench called for a technical foul, so Broder will shoot free throws First shot good. Second free throw is good. Now Broder apparently shoots the technicals as well. First is good. And one more. And the second shot is no good. So he makes 3 of 4. And now Chippewa Falls gets the ball out of bounds. So a 3-point play now gives Chippewa a 10-point lead, their biggest. Cardinals inbounding at the center line. Daniels has the basketball. Comes across on Anderson. Far side, Thomas Robarge. Daniels gets it back. Can't drive on Anderson. Robarge, a very long 3 out top. Hits the rim, no good. Ball on the floor and picked up by Bowman. Front court to Anderson. Seth outside the arc. Ball slapped loose and stolen by Rogers. He has a breakout. He'll drive on Bowman and miss the dunk. Daniels comes out, gets the rebound. Goes back on the near side to Broder. He'll drive the baseline, turned away. Rogers gets it back, drives inside again. Ball knocked loose below the basket. Comes back out to Robarge. He goes baseline. Back out top, Daniels goes down the lane on Anderson. Stopped by Seth. Pump fake, one-hander up, no good. Ball on the floor. Daniels has it back again. Chippewa resets once more. They're up by 10. Robarge out front. Comes near side again to Daniels. Holds outside the arc. Drives on Anderson at the foul line. Spins. Cut off. Broder on the far wing. Dumps it downstairs. Short jumper up and missed by Weiland. And he and Meverton get hooked up in traffic and a foul called on the rebound. And it's on Meverton. Second on Isaac. 5th team foul. Now Tyler Robarge back in for Chippewa Falls. Replacing Dane Weiland. 12 minutes left in regulation time. Chippewa leads 42-32. Inbound pass slapped loose by Bowman and knocked out of bounds, and he knocks it out of bounds off of Broder. That gives the ball back to Marshfield. Tigers down by 10. Marshfield has trailed the entire ball game. Tigers moving into front court. Postolic across the 10-second line on Daniels. Hands near side to Bowman. Ran harassed by Daniels. Far side, Anderson with it. Shovels to Bowman in the far corner. Right back to Seth. Ball slapped loose at the timeline. Seth grabs it back in backcourt. Comes back across the line to Bowman. Good hustle there by Seth Anderson. Now Seth takes it back out front. Fakes the 3. Postolic skips it cross court. Bad pass knocked down. A big collision. Nothing called. And Daniels comes back to front court. Rogers and Bowman with a violent collision out top. Back out top, Daniels. He'll pull it back outside again. And Chippewa Falls has the back after that ball came loose. And Rogers and Bowman both went down on a big collision. Now out top, Daniels, a 3-pointer up and no good. Rebound on the floor, tracked down by Meverton. And we have a Marshfield timeout. Tigers want a timeout, their second. 11:03 remaining in regulation time. And our score is Chippewa Falls 42, Marshfield 32. We'll return for more basketball in just a moment.
Are you tired of pressing buttons only to...
The YMCA's for youth development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
For more than 50 years, V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today.
2558 today and experience an expert who's happy to answer all your questions, whatever they may be. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Halftime score at Neelsville. The Neelsville girls lead Columbus 22-9. Tigers down by 10. Marshfield ball in front court to our left. Postolic, baseline to Meverton. Can't feed into Anderson. Bowman back out front. Seth gets it back on the near side, picked up by Rogers. Seth on the drive, cut off. Far side to Bowman. Holds on the far wing on Daniels. Backs it out. Reed Miller on the bench with 4 fouls. Postulek top of the key, can't drive. Far side Miverton. Attacks, cut off. Looks for a cutter, now finds Anderson out top once again. Baseline Postulek, good defense here by Chippewa Falls. Miverton on the far wing on the drive is hooked and fouled going to the basket. Foul on Chippewa Falls. And the scorers table waiting for official confirmation on the foul call. Call is on Tyler Robarge, his second, 5th team foul. Tigers will throw it in baseline front court, down by 10, 10:25 to play. Miverton bounces inside to Anderson, and he's fouled going to the basket. Seth cuts the basket and draws a foul here on Peyton Rogers. First on Rogers, 6th team foul. Anderson shooting. He is line left for 2. Seth, 11 points tonight. 7-12 now for his career. His first free throw good. 10:25 remaining. Tigers trail 42-33. Anderson with a second free throw. He fires and good as well. Reed Miller with 4 fouls now comes back for the Tigers for Tommy Olson. 10:24 left in regulation time. Tigers trail 42-34. Chippewa Falls ball in front court to our right. Daniels on the far wing. Holds outside the arc. Ball knocked loose. He gets it back, drives the lane. Baseline Robarge has no shot. Gives to Rogers in the corner. Back outside Robarge. Inside feed. Tyler Robarge lays it in. Tyler Robarge at 6'8", awfully tough to stop on the inside. Chippewa by 10 with 10 minutes to play. Miller facing a trap. He'll dribble across the line. Shovels far side to Postulek. Anthony holds outside the arc. Near side Bowman, baseline to Miller. Can't get a shot off. Cross-court feed stolen by Chippewa Falls. Ball deflected and picked up by Daniels. He comes back to front court. That's 11 Tiger turnovers. Baseline Broder for 3, up off the rim and out and hit the wire above the backboard out of bounds to Marshfield. Tigers down by 10, 9:35 remaining in regulation time. Marshfield moving into front court to our left. Miller met by Daniels at the timeline. He'll cross. Bowman on the far wing, facing a double team along the sideline. Tries to dribble out of it. Lobs it back out to Postulek. Near side Anderson. He'll drive inside, pull up 10-footer away, around, and it falls out of there. And rebounded by Tyler Robarge. Then knocked loose again, but picked up by Rogers. Chippewa Falls ball halfway through the second half. Cardinals lead by 10. Daniels moves to front court. Near side Broder with it, way outside the arc. Robarge far side to Daniels. Baseline Robarge for 3 in the corner, no good. Tyler Robarge rebounds, back up and in. The 6'8" Tyler Robarge with the rebound basket. He's averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds per game. And we have a timeout charge to Chippewa Falls. Chippewa Falls wants their second timeout. 8:45 remaining in regulation time. Our score now, Chippewa Falls 46 and the Marshfield Tigers 34. Marshfield Tiger basketball tonight on WDLB, a service of Arts Body Shop in Marshfield. If you're involved in a collision, take your vehicle to Arts Body Shop at 1702 Rodis Avenue in Marshfield. Chippewa Falls by 12, matching their biggest lead of the ball game. 8:45 remaining in regulation time. Tigers do have Reed Miller on the floor, although Reed is playing with 4 personal fouls. Has been in foul trouble most of the night. No other Tiger has more than 2. Marshfield coming length of the floor. Trailing by 12. Miller comes up the floor with Miverton. Reed will cross the 10-second line, face that trap again. Shovel in the far corner to Postolick. Dribbles out of some traffic. Back out top, Meverton. Back to Anthony. Baseline, Anderson. Turns on the low post. Comes back out to Postolick. Anderson gets it back on the wing. Right back to Anthony. Now pass cross-court, knocked down and taken by Miller. Deflected in the backcourt by a Chippewa Falls man. So Reed goes back and gets it. Postolick far side. A very long three. Good. Postolick's had 2 threes tonight, both from long range. Tigers down by 9, 8 minutes to play. Chippewa Falls ball and an easy baseline drive and basket for Bryce Daniels. That baseline wide open, just takes it easy and drives inside for an easy 2. Tigers down by 11. Marshfield back down the floor. Postolick on the far wing. Double team, comes back out top to Miller. Reed top of the circle, starts to penetrate, gets inside. Layup is going to roll out of there. Tyler Robarge rebounds and then got hit in the eye. And he goes down holding his head. And officials stop play immediately. Tyler Robarge got hit holding what appears to be his left eye. And Coach Peru comes out to attend to his injured player. Paige Albrecht out there as well. Marquette men's basketball coach Steve Wojciechowski joins us to talk about Big East basketball on the Steve Wojciechowski Show Thursday night, 6 p.m. right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB-WOSQ.com. Robarge now in a kneeling position, and Paige Albrecht and Coach Jason Peru checking what appears to be his left eye area. 7:33 remaining in regulation time. Our score is Chippewa Falls 48, Marshfield 37. Chippewa Falls has led the entire ball game by as much as 12. They're now up by 11, up by 5 at halftime. The Tigers got to within 4, but they can't get much closer than that. Robarge still down. He's the 6'8 junior, averaging 15 points and 5 rebounds per game for this ball club. He's scored in double figures now, 8 consecutive ball games with his 18-point performance in this contest tonight. His older brother Thomas out there to attend to Tyler as well. Thomas, the young man, is going to go and play ball at UW Superior next season. And Tyler now pulling himself up. And it looks like Paige Albrecht's going to take him to the locker room, or he's going to go to the locker room by himself. So Robarge to the sidelines. 7:33 remaining in regulation time. Marshfield trailing Chippewa Falls 48-37. Chippewa Falls did claim that last rebound, so they should have the basketball. As we resume play, the officials stopped play when Robarge went down holding his eye. And the Cardinals will inbound. Baseline backcourt. And Chippewa Falls now moving into front court to our right, leading by 11. Daniels on the far wing. Gets a screen, comes back near side to Thomas Robarge. Can't go to the baseline. Rogers back out front. Right back to Robarge out top. Now Rogers looks in. Rogers at 6'5", only a sophomore, but a backcourt player. Has it in the near corner, can't get a shot off, hands back out to Daniels. He'll go baseline, turned away by Anderson. Goes back outside with it. Cross court to Robarge. He'll drive to the foul line. Backs in, turned away by Postolick. Far side to Broder. Can't take the lane on Bowman. Tries again. Comes back out to Robarge. 6:45 left. Tigers down by 11. Good defensive stand here by Marshfield. Daniels holds top of the key. Wants a screen from Weiland. Drives to the foul line. Can't get inside. Near wing once again. Broder shovels back out to Daniels. Now with 6.5 remaining. Long possession here for Chippewa Falls. Daniels at the circle, down the lane. Goes back out to Robarge. Out top again to Weiland. In the lane, he's cut off. Daniels backs it out once again. Chippewa's killed about a minute here, maybe more than that with this possession. And they lead by 11. Near side, Daniels has an alley. Comes baseline to Rogers. He'll fire a three-pointer and nail it. Only his second 3 of the year. Rogers now 2 of 5 on three-point attempts this year. Chippewa Falls up by 14 with 5:55 to play. Long possession, they close it out with a 3. Tiger ball, Meverton high post. Back out top, Postolick. Bowman on the near side. 1-3-1 zone by Chippewa Falls. Bowman shovels cross court to Miller for a long three-pointer. No good. Long rebound claimed by Weiland. Chippewa has it back. They lead by 14 with 5.5 to play. Daniels moves into front court for the Cardinals. Man-to-man defense by Marshfield. Daniels holds on the near wing. Picked up by Anderson. Lobs back out top. Robarge at the foul line. Can't get the shot off. Rogers back out front again. Now Broder looks in on the near side. Can't drive on Bowman. Baseline Rogers. Turned away by Miller once again. Again, a long possession here for Chippewa Falls. Down to 5 minutes to play. They lead by 14. Back out top. Daniels holds the ball on Anderson. He'll drive to the foul line. Pull up without the shot. Rogers underneath. Weiland is open. Goes up on Meverton and missed the shot. And Isaac grabs the rebound. Marshfield back on the attack. Postolick on the near side. Hits Miller on the near wing. Downstairs to Meverton. Through his hands out of bounds. And it will be Chippewa ball. There was a flurry of people below the basket. And they say Isaac did hit it last. That's 12 Tiger turnovers. Tigers averaging 65 points per game this year. They've scored just 37 tonight with 4:35 remaining. Marshfield with heavy backcourt pressure. Daniels has the ball for Chippewa Falls, racing to front court on Anderson. Stopped on the foul line, heads for the far sideline. Back out to Robarge. He'll hand back to Daniels. One-on-one with Anderson. Gets a screen from Weiland. Meverton slaps it loose, gets it back, throws it down low, and right through Weiland's hands out of bounds. Break for the Tigers there. Weiland in scoring position below the basket, but couldn't handle the hot pass. That's 7 Chippewa Falls turnovers. Marshfield down by 14, 4:15 to play. Tigers have the ball back. Postolick on the far wing. Man-to-man defense here by Chippewa Falls. They've changed up their defense a lot. Miller downstairs on the post-up. Leans in, shoots over Robarge, and it rolls in. Reed Miller now with 10 in double figures tonight. Tigers down by 12, 4 minutes to play. Chippewa Falls back on the attack. Daniels will cross the line on Anderson. Gets a screen from Weiland, picked up by Meverton on the switch. Pick and roll pass inside to Weiland, open down low, missed the lay-in. Rebound to Rogers, back up, and he puts it home. Rogers scores on the second chance. Chippewa Falls by 14. Marshfield back on the attack. Bowman on the near wing. Bounces baseline to Anderson. Seth holds in the corner on Rogers. Bowman has it back. And Brandt will launch a three-pointer out top. Leaves it short. Long rebound to Meverton. Back outside. Miller goes down the lane. Leans in. One-hander rolls in. Reed Miller scores for Marshfield. Tigers down by 12 with 3:10 to play. Here comes Daniels to front court for Chippewa Falls. He'll back it out. 12-point lead for the Cardinals. Daniels goes baseline. Leans in on Anderson. Comes back out with it. Rogers top of the circle, fakes a three. 2:55 left. Chippewa by 12. Robarge fakes a long three. Comes back near side to Broder. Can't drive on Bowman. Hands back in the corner. And a timeout charge to Chippewa Falls. Cardinals want a timeout, their third of this ball game. With 2:48 remaining in regulation time, our score is Chippewa Falls 53 and the Marshfield Tigers 41. More basketball coming up in just a moment.
Victory and peril of Marshfield.
Family at Nasonville Dairy. Thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa Refrier, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Valentine's Day extra special. Send one of our fun Valentine's Day special arrangements or a vase of perfect long-stemmed roses. Top it off with a greeting card, a box of Abdallah's fine chocolates, a balloon, and a fun plush animal. Hefco Floral is your one-stop Valentine's Day headquarters. Call today or shop online at hefco.com. Hefco Floral Company, your florist. City Hall Plaza, Marshfield, helping you celebrate Valentine's Day.
Chippewa Falls up by 12 with 2:48 remaining in regulation time. Cardinals inbounding in the near corner. Tigers held to 41 points so far tonight. Daniels looking to inbound. Rogers comes back out to Daniels, who'll drive in the lane, turned away by Anderson. Ball poked loose from behind and picked up by Weiland. Chippewa Falls maintains possession. Pass back out top, stolen by Bowman. Brand has a one-on-one. He'll drive, pull up, shoot, and miss the shot. Rebound Meverton. His shot blocked by Rogers and grabbed by Robarge in the corner. He'll throw the ball down the floor. It's knocked out of bounds by Postolek. Chippewa Falls fans thrilled about that last block. And now here comes starting point guard Alex Nelson, who sat much of the second half with 4 fouls. He'll come in for Dane Weiland. 2:26 remaining. Chippewa leads 53-41. Cardinals inbounding baseline front court. Daniels hands to Thomas Robarge in the far corner. Daniels gets it back. Double teamed. Comes back out top to Nelson. Picked up by Postolek. Now Daniels takes it back on the near side. Clock down to 2:10 to play. Chippewa by 12. Daniels drives. Stopped at the dotted line. Comes back out with it. Daniels, pretty good athlete. 6'3" senior. Center circle. Daniels has it back to the near side. Spins back out front, facing a double team on the sideline. Needs some help, dribbles out of it. Comes to Rogers, backdoor feed to Nelson. He'll drive and missed the lay-in, but tipped in by Rogers. Tigers wanted goaltending on that ball. They thought the ball was on the rim, but Rogers gets a tip in. Chippewa by 14, 1:40 to play. Anderson holds on the far wing. Rogers out to play him. Seth on the drive. Back out to Bowman. Baseline Postolek for 3, up and in. Postolek with a 3. And Anthony in double figures for the 5th time this year. Marshfield takes a timeout. Tigers use their 3rd timeout with 1:32 remaining in regulation time. Our score, Chippewa Falls 55 and Marshfield 44. We'll return for more basketball in just a moment.
No need to heat the whole house.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every year since 1962, a leader in environmental initiatives, human resource practices, one of the safest providers of truckload services in the United States. At Rail, people are the power of red. We focus on delivering customer satisfaction, providing flawless transportation service, and maintaining excellent safety standards. If you'd like to be the power of red, call Rail Transport 715-591-3795, an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
Inbound pass knocked loose and goes out of bounds. Last hit by Anderson. Chippewa Falls retains possession. They're inbounding baseline backcourt with 90 seconds to play. John Rigel checking in for Marshfield for Tommy Olson. Tigers with 44 points tonight. They scored only 41 against La Crosse Central. That's their season low. They'll surpass this one tonight, but not by much. Daniels in backcourt, starts out on Anderson. Crossing the timeline. Stopped out front by Anderson and Bowman. He'll back it out once again. Comes near side to Broder. 1:15 left. Chippewa Falls by 11. Daniels to the baseline. Double teamed in the corner. Needs some help and lobs way back out top again to Broder. Top of the key. Back to Robarge near the center line. 60 seconds remaining. Chippewa Falls by 11. Broder baseline to Rogers. Flips it back outside again. Tigers chasing the basketball. And a foul called on Rigel. He comes over and grabs Nick Broder. John's first foul. 6th team foul. Neither team is in the bonus. Chippewa inbounding a quarter court with 54 seconds to play. Daniels inbound pass stolen by Bowman. Brandt back to the basket, lays it up and in. Steal and basket for Brandt Bowman. Tigers down by 9. 45 seconds left. Daniels harassed in backcourt. He evades Bowman, comes to front court. Heads for the far wing. Rigel after him. Drives down the lane, cut off. Comes back on the near side. Here's a whistle as a Marshfield man went down And we do have a foul called on Chippewa Falls. It's going to be a charge on Daniels. Fourth foul on Daniels, 7th team foul. And Reed Miller coming back in for Marshfield for John Reigel. 35 seconds left in regulation time. Tigers down by 9. Coming length of the floor. Meverton, long inbound pass to Anderson. Crosses the timeline. Baseline to Miller. Reed attacks, gets inside. Shovels back out to Postelic. Meverton top of the circle. Starts to drive, cut off. Anderson in the lane, off balance shot, partially blocked, gets it back, lays it in. And now Marshfield takes timeout again. Tigers back to within 7. Tiger timeout with 19 seconds remaining in regulation time. And Chippewa Falls leading 55-48. Marshfield Tiger basketball tonight on WDLB. A service of First Choice Credit Union, the Hearing House in Marshfield, Colby, Neilsville, and Wausau, and Arts Body Shop in Marshfield. Tigers within 7, but just 19 seconds remaining. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger basketball on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB-WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast tonight. I'm Gene Delisio at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Chippewa Falls coming length of the floor. Backcourt pressure. Daniels has the ball. Spins across the timeline to Rogers. Back outside again to Daniels. 12 seconds left. Facing a double team. And as the ball comes to Broder, he's hit and fouled by 2 Tigers. Both Bowman and Reigel are there. John Reigel commits the foul, his second, 7-team foul. Miller comes in for Reigel. And Nick Broder, 4 of 6 on the foul line tonight. Line right, shooting a 1-and-1. And the first free throw is good. 10 seconds to play. Chippewa Falls leads 56-48. Broder with a second foul shot. He fires, and around and in. Broder with 15. Tigers down by 9, final seconds. Miller across the timeline with 5. Stopped out top, takes an off-balance 3, no good. Rebound to Rogers, he'll hold the ball, and Chippewa Falls leads start to finish tonight. And they win this one by 9 this evening here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Postseason play begins for high school boys hockey teams around central Wisconsin tomorrow evening with regional semifinals. Black River Falls at Altoona, Medford at Hayward, Shawamigan Phillips at Rice Lake, Mosinee at Rhinelander, Merrill East at Lakeland, and Pacelli at Tomahawk. Marshfield Tigers will open postseason play with a regional final on Thursday against Ashland at Ashland. Our final score this evening, Chippewa Falls 57 and the Marshfield Tigers 48. We'll have our postgame report on this contest following these messages.
I bet I know what you're not.
The YMCA's for youth development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
For more than 50 years, V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today. For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
IPC.
Chippewa Falls earns a non-conference win tonight, defeating the Marshfield Tigers 57-48. I'd like to remind you once again that you can listen to Tiger basketball or any of our WDLB and WOSQ sports events worldwide through the TuneIn app. Just go to TuneIn and punch in WDLB or WOSQ. You can hear all the local sports events you would like, no matter where you are worldwide. So join us on TuneIn for Marshfield Tiger sports on WDLB and other sports on WDLB and WOSQ. Again, our final score this evening, Chippewa Falls 57, the Marshfield Tigers 48. We'll review the final scoring and stats in this contest following these messages.
The cozy warmth after coming in from a chilly pink-cheeked morning walk. The perfect man cave temperature to kick back and watch the big game. When the weather turns cold, a new Rheem heating system will surround your family in total comfort. Are you feeling it? Rheem, the new degree of comfort.
Feel the warmth this winter with a new home heating system installed by the local pros at Comfort Systems Heating and Cooling. Call Comfort Systems Heating and Cooling today or see them in Marshfield at 1209 West Veterans Parkway.
Paget Equipment, a division of JBL International specializing in stainless steel fabrication nationwide, is looking for 5 to 10 additional full-time employees, especially experienced in welding, willing to train, and the job comes with a full benefit package including health, life, and disability, plus vacation. Openings in second shift. Inquire at 417 East 29th Street, Marshfield. Paget Equipment is an equal opportunity employer.
Get organized with your bookkeeping and tax supplies from Marshfield Book and Stationery today. They have all the essentials every business needs, such as storage file, budget books, calendars, calculators, and supplies. Also appointment books, file cabinets, computer supplies, printer cartridges, expanding files, mileage, and payroll books, just to mention a few of the necessities you'll find at Marshfield Book and Stationery, M11 West McMillan in Marshfield. Stop in and see them today or call 715-387-1286. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Chippewa Falls gets the non-conference win tonight here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield, defeating the Marshfield Tigers 57-48. Our post-game stats tonight, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most. Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. Chippewa Falls with 3 players in double figures tonight, led by their 6'8 junior postman, Tyler Robarge. He finished with 18 points in double figures for the 16th time this year and the 8th consecutive ball game. Robarge tonight had 7 baskets. He was 4 of 4 on the foul line. Sophomore Nick Broder finished with 15 points. He's in double figures for the 18th time this year. Broder tonight had 4 baskets. 1 was a 3, and he was 6 of 8 on the free throw line. Thomas Robarge, 11 points in double figures for the 11th time this year. Robarge had 4 baskets, 3 were threes. Peyton Rogers off the bench for 7 points, 3 baskets, 1 was a 3. Bryce Daniels, very impressive handling the ball tonight. Only had 2 baskets for 4 points, but did a great job as a ball handler for Chippewa Falls this evening. Alex Nelson, a basket for 2. Dane Weiland and Luke Franz did not score for Chippewa Falls. Marshfield also had 3 men in double figures, led by Seth Anderson with 15 points, 5 baskets, 4 of 4 on the foul line for 15. Reed Miller, 5 baskets, 2 threes for 12. Anthony Postolik, 11 points, 3 baskets. All 3 were threes. He was also 2 of 3 on the foul line. Brant Bowman, 7 points, 3 baskets, 1 was a 3. Isaac Miverton, a 3-point basket for 3. Tommy Olson, John Reigel, and Preston Wagner did not score for Marshfield. Tigers on the foul line, 6 of 7. Chippewa Falls, 10 of 12. Marshfield had 12 turnovers. Chippewa Falls had 10. Chippewa Falls led start to finish. They were up 28-23 at halftime and outscored Marshfield in the second half 29-25. The Cardinals' biggest lead was 14. Marshfield did not lead in this ball game. We had no ties and no lead changes tonight. Marshfield's top rebounder, Seth Anderson, with 7 rebounds tonight. Postolik, Miller, and Miverton each with 3. Bowman and Reigel each had 1. And Chippewa Falls gets the win over Marshfield 57-48. Again, our postgame stats, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most. Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. Back with more from the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield in just a moment.
Quality Roofing, Marshfield, Wisconsin, is proud to include Wausau Athletic Park, Camp Randall, and Lambeau Field in their project lineup. Quality Roofing is equally proud to always support area students. Quality Roofing serves Wisconsin's commercial roofing and sheet metal needs. Contact Quality Roofing on the web at qroof.com or visit them in Marshfield's East Industrial Park. The Tiger Hoops Club thanks the Marshfield community. Your support helps to offset tournament fees and travel expenses for basketball travel teams grades 4 through 8. Go to TigerHoopsClub.com to see information on upcoming events, fundraisers, team photos, and upcoming tournaments. Thanks to Tiger Hoops Club sponsors including Marshfield Clinic, Midstate Truck Service, Marshfield Firefighters, Forward Financial Bank, Marshfield Professional Police Association, V&H Truck, and WDLB WOSQ Radio. Come on out to high school basketball games and support the Marshfield Tiger basketball teams. Roll Tigers. Roll Tigers. Roll Tigers.
Valentine's Day is Wednesday, February 14th. Don't forget the flowers. Hefka Floral Company in Marshfield is reminding you to make this Valentine's Day extra special. Send one of our fun Valentine's Day special arrangements or a vase of perfect long-stemmed roses. Top it off with a greeting card, a box of Abdallah's fine chocolates, a balloon, and a fun plush animal. Hefco Floral is your one-stop Valentine's Day headquarters. Call today or shop online at hefco.com. Hefco Floral Company, your florist. City Hall Plaza, Marshfield, helping you celebrate Valentine's Day.
Chippewa Falls comes to Marshfield tonight, wins this ball game over the Tigers 57-48. Let's talk to Tiger basketball coach Scott Scheuer about this one. Tough loss for the Tigers tonight, Coach. Boy, they got off to like a 7-0 lead, just stayed there the entire ball game. Hard to catch this ball club. Give us some thoughts about some things that they did to make it tough for your ball club this evening.
Well, I knew that their size was going to be a little bit of an issue, especially the 6'8" kid in the middle. We really don't have a guy to guard. I thought Reed did okay at times. You know, when you're not used to guarding a kid like that, you get caught behind and they make you pay right away. And I thought they limited our shots. You know, with their 1-3-1, their length bothered us. I thought at times we got some pretty good looks. You know, we weren't able to knock some shots down. And when you're playing a team that, you know, likes to go inside and dictates the tempo, you know, you gotta get some stops defensively, and then you gotta score on offense. And like you said, it was a 7-0 lead, and you know, we just kept battling back the whole game. We were never able to get it even or get the lead.
You know, it's one thing to have a 6'8" guy in the middle. That's a size advantage. Something else to have a 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guy on the wing, putting on some double team pressure on your 5'10" or 5'11" guard. That really hurt you tonight as well.
Well, right. We tried to get you know, some size in the corners to look over the top of that trap, and we were able to do it at times. You know, and get good shots. They just weren't going down. But yeah, they could bring in some size, like you said. You know, 6'8" in the middle and wings at 6'4", 6'5". You know, with another 6'5" kid. So they took up a lot of the floor, and you know, again, like I said, I thought some possessions, you know, we were able to get some good shots. They just weren't going down.
How about the job you did defensively tonight against their 6'8" guy and some other players they had out there? It just seemed like every time you made a run, they'd answer back against you.
Well, and that's a sign of a well-coached, you know, veteran team. You know, they never panicked. They got, you know, 4 or 5 guys that can handle the ball, that feel comfortable shooting the ball. And then, you know, when you got that luxury of that 6'8" kid working hard in the middle, and then when he does, you know, get position, you give him the ball, and, you know, it's a point-blank shot. They were able to, you know, get some points in the paint. And, you know, when you're making a run and you're, you know, really exerting a lot of energy chasing guys, and they, you know, get a guy caught from behind, and you know, you give up a layup, it's tough to catch up.
Certainly it was tonight, Coach. We appreciate you coming by. We'll see you on Friday night.
Thanks, Gene. Appreciate it.
Tiger basketball coach Scott Scheuer with us. Marshfield falling to Chippewa Falls this evening, 57-48. Again, the JV contest this evening won by Marshfield 62-53. Also, a final score in now from Neillsville. Neillsville girls defeat Columbus in Eastern Clover Belt Conference basketball 52-33. Chippewa Falls now 12-8 overall and 12-8 overall. They remain 4-6 in the Big Rivers Conference. Marshfield Tigers now 10-10 overall, and the Tigers play a Wisconsin Valley Conference game Friday night at Wausau West. Game time 7:15. That broadcast begins at 7 p.m. Friday evening right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB-WOSQ.com. Tomorrow evening will be in Menominee for Tiger girls basketball. The Tiger girls play a non-conference game at Menominee tomorrow evening. Tip-off at 7:15, our broadcast 7 p.m. right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB-WOSQ.com. Merriwood Conference girls basketball on WOSQ tomorrow night as Auburndale plays at Stratford. Game time 7:15. That broadcast 7 p.m. tomorrow evening on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ and on WDLB-WOSQ.com. Don't forget a big event here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield tomorrow evening. The Marshfield Tiger wrestling team facing Hudson in a WIAA Division I team sectional. The team that wins that match moves on to the state tournament in Madison in early March. That's the state team tournament the week after the state individual tournament. We have individual wrestling sectionals this weekend, the individual state tournament the following weekend, and then the team state the following weekend, the first weekend in March in Madison. And the Marshfield Tigers trying to secure a spot with a win against Hudson tomorrow, 7 p.m. here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Also, the Spencer Columbus wrestling team at the Division II sectional at Hayward. Rockets take on Maple Northwestern in one semifinal. Keep in mind, in Division I team sectionals, only 2 teams. If you win one match, you go to state. Divisions 2 and Division 3, there are 4 teams per sectional. You have to win 2 matches to go to state. So at Hayward tomorrow, Spencer Columbus faces Maple Northwestern. Somerset meets Ellsworth. 2 winners then meet at 8 p.m. for the right to move on to the state tournament. Stratford Tigers, defending state champions in Division 3, will face Shiocton at the sectional at Coleman tomorrow at 6 p.m. Crandon meets Coleman in the other semifinal championship match tomorrow at 8 p.m. Also, in case you want to see some wrestling but don't want to come here, there is a Division 3 team sectional at Cadott. At 6 o'clock, Phillips faces Clear Lake, followed by St. Croix Falls and Durand, and the championship match at 8 p.m. at Cadott tomorrow evening. But again, we'll have Tiger girls basketball from Menominee tomorrow evening right here on WDLB. Thanks again to our producer, Tom Uthmeyer, for his work this evening. And thanks to our sponsors of Marshfield Tiger basketball, including Total Electric Service, Schwartz Insurance of Marshfield, and the Marshfield Tiger Booster Club. I'm Gene Delisio. That's it from the Bosun Company.